a little thing called Louie Zong. Louie Zong is an animator, artist, storyboarder, and musician. So without further ado, with an extra level of calmness, let's get into the video. Louie Zong has a YouTube channel, the title of which being Louie Zong, where he posts his animations, most of which are focused on original music and tend to be quite short.
Folks have brought up that I write mostly very short songs, and this is mostly because I like interplay between instruments and stuff everywhere, so I tend to stack my tunes in a vertical sound wall type direction, instead of a lateral time direction, if that makes any sense.
If they don't contain original music, however, you may be watching one of his many Game Grumps or Boom Bam animateds. His animations are all very pleasing and have a dry paintbrush, no outline, pastel aesthetic. And apparently, for his shorter animations, he finishes them in the same day he thinks of them? Whoa! Okay, I can't handle acting all calm. This guy's a genius! It ain't my personality that calm, that's Louie's thing. I gotta be spontaneous. I gotta do my signature Gaby Tide dance. That wraps up his animations, so let's move on to his. Louie Zong's art captures the essence of calm. He uses a variety of textured brushes that give it texture, but he has also dived into pixel art and 3D art, all capturing that Louie Zong aesthetic. I'd recommend his comic Paleo Pals if you're bored and you just want some wholesome fun. A lot of his art pieces are also animated GIFs, but I didn't want to talk about that in the animation section, because that section was more for his YouTube animations. Speaking of his YouTube channel, here's the category card talking about his videos. I'd like to welcome a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ethan. I mean, MasterEth.
Thank you so much for having me on, Gabe. Okay. Along with his animated shorts, Louie Zong's YouTube channel also hosts tutorials on speed paints where his personality truly shines through. They're always really relaxing. And by the end of the video, you will have formed a connection with Louie just by him talking to you. To quote this comment, he's like the Bob Ross of music.
Alright, let's hear it for MasterEth. But seriously, folks, if you haven't seen any of this guy's stuff, you're really missing out. I would recommend his Gems of the Internet series, where he talks about people, indie games, events, and more. But enough about this guy. Let's get back to this guy. Specifically his... Louie Zong's music is, can you guess? Relaxing and calm. Muy bien. It utilizes a number of both acoustic and electric instruments, giving off a sort of video game-esque vibe. A lot of his tracks don't contain lyrics, which of course is fine, but when they do, you best believe they're wholesome, whimsical, cute, and just a good time in general. If you start listening to Louie Zong thinking you're gonna get some deep outlook on a breakup, you'd be wrong. You're just gonna get a little ditty about being a quail and whatnot. If you want to give his music a try, I'd recommend starting with his EP, Verses. It's got a good feel to it. Speaking of feel, you can't spell feel without eel, and eels live in the sea, and the sea is made of water, and trees need water, and forests need trees, and what lives in forest? bears. And what show is centered around 3 bears of different ethnicity? Well, it's a little show called... Why would I be talking about We Bare Bears on an episode about Louie Zong? Well, you'd be surprised, just like I was when I found out, that Louie Zong is actually part of the We Bare Bears team. Oh ho ho, that's where you're wrong. Louie Zong hasn't made a single song for We Bare Bears. No, his job on the show is actually being a storyboard artist. And with that, you can kind of see his influence on some shorts like Bear Stack. Notice the cutesy animals in the video game MasterEth. To be honest, this video was difficult to split up into categories. And that's just because Louie Zong's work all blends together. A lot of his art is animated, and sometimes he'll even make music to go along with his GIFs. Louie Zong is a truly talented individual, and his work never ceases to make me happy. I can't wait to see more from him. This was a little thing called Louie Zong, and I hope to see you back here in the next video. Welcome to the end card. If you don't know, I'm Gabe TYJ. I have 4 people to thank for this video. 1, you, the viewer. 2, Louie Zong for making oh so great content. My friend James, who gave me a Dorito this one time. It's a pretty good Dorito. And of course, MasterEth for lending his voice earlier on. If you haven't seen his stuff, once again, you should check it out. We have a very similar taste in everything, and bye. Oh wait, I also want to say my upload schedule has been changed to uploading every 2 weeks now. Yeah, bye. You did it again, Gaby Tige. You did it again. Oh no, a giant meteor!